12th Biobotany, Chapter 6, Principles of Ecology. In this part, we are going to learn the topic mimicry. One organism looks like another organism, that is mimicry. One organism modifies its form, appearance, structure or behavior to look like another organism. Why do the organisms look like others? For self-defense and increases the chance of the survival, one organism looks like another organism. This mimicry is seen in animals as well as plants. Animal mimicry is often protective, that is for self-defense, and plant mimicry is called as floral mimicry. The flower looks like another animal. The flower looks like female insect to attract male insect. This is to increase the chance of the survival, that is to increase the chance of the pollination. Floral mimicry is for inviting pollinators. Animal mimicry is often protective. A stick insect looks like a stick so that it escapes from the predators. This is for self-defense. Because of mutation, the organisms change their structure. These changes support the organisms to live better in a particular place. So the organisms containing the changes are selected by nature. Natural selection is the raw material for evolution, so mimicry has evolutionary significance. Now let us see the examples. Ophrys produces flowers. The flowers look like female insects to attract male insects for pollination. This is floral mimicry. Stick insect looks like a stick of a plant. Some stick insects look like dry stick. Some stick insects look like green stick. Leaf insect looks like a leaf. This kind of mimicry helps the possessors to escape from the enemies. So this is protective mimicry. Mango, lychee, jamam, acacia, these plants have association with ants. Mimicophilia is a phenomenon of interaction between ant and another species. We can see the movement of ants on mango trees. What do the ants do? The ants destroy the caterpillars. Caterpillars eat the leaves, the ants destroy the caterpillars. So the ants act as safeguards of the plants. Plants also give reward to the ants. The ants get food from the plants. So this is an mimicophilia is an example for interspecific interaction. Here there is reciprocal interaction. Both are benefited. Co-evolution involves evolution of two members together. Both organisms evolve. This is because of interaction between organisms. Interaction between organisms continue for many generations. Because of these interactions, reciprocal changes occur. Changes occur on both the interacting organisms. These changes are genetic and morphological changes. Genetic changes are heritable changes. They are inherited to another generation. Because of change in the gene, the organisms have morphological changes. These changes support the organisms to survive well in a particular environment. So these changes are adaptations to the possessors. Here these changes are called as co-adaptations because both the members develop adaptation to live better. This type of evolution is called as co-evolution, that is evolution of two organisms together because of the interaction between the two organisms for many generations. Now let us see some examples for co-evolution. Corolla length and proboscis length of butterflies and moth show co-evolution. Proboscis is a mouth part of butterfly. It looks like syringe needle. With the help of proboscis, the butterflies suck the nectar from flowers. There is co-evolution between length of corolla of flowers and proboscis of butterflies and moth. Habernaria and moth show co-evolution. Habernaria has change in the corolla length. The change in the corolla of Habernaria is related to evolution of the moth. Birds' beak shape and flower shape are another example of co-evolution. There is change in the flower shape and the beak shape of the pollinating birds. Here it is a benefit for both organisms. Both undergo change, that is co-evolution. This particular flower is pollinated by the particular organism. And what is the advantage of this bird? This bird alone can take nectar from the flower because of its beak shape. Another flower cannot collect nectar from this flower. So co-evolution helped both the organisms. And hornbills and flowers show co-evolution. The leg length of insects and the pollinia flower, this is pollinia flower, the size of pollinia flower and the leg length of insects both show co-evolution.